Chapter 5. The Welfare Hustle. Gaming the System. Why this matters. You have two futures in front of you. Option 1. You're uneducated, living in Section 8 housing surrounded by trash and noise. Your kids go to failing schools. Gunshots ring out at night. You're waiting on the next government check, barely getting by while the neighborhood falls apart around you. Option 2. You're independent. Your kids go to good schools. You work a steady job, live in a clean, quiet neighborhood, and don't have to look over your shoulder every time you step outside. You have pride, not just in your clothes, but in your life. Option 1 was never meant to be the goal. It leads to dependency, dysfunction, and decay. Passing this mindset down to your children helped create the ghetto culture. This isn't success. It's surrender. Ghetto fatigue is about helping people move from option 1 to option 2. We feel sorry for the ones stuck in option 1. But we're also tired of watching people exploit the system and call it survival. Tired of seeing smart, capable individuals waste their potential by choosing hustle over honor. This book isn't just a critique, it's a wake-up call. You don't have to stay stuck. The door's not locked. But you do have to get up and walk through it. Welfare was created with compassion. A safety net for people in real crisis. Job loss, illness, abuse, sudden hardship. It was never intended to replace ambition, encourage laziness, or reward manipulation. These systems were meant to offer short-term relief during hard times. For the mother who lost her job or the father injured at work. It was a bridge, not a bed. But somewhere along the way, that mercy turned into a lifestyle. What was supposed to lift people out of struggle began locking entire generations into it. In some neighborhoods today, welfare isn't temporary, it's tradition. It's not about getting back on your feet, it's about never standing up to begin with. Dependency became identity. This isn't an attack on the poor. This is a wake-up call about the hustle that's hollowing out entire communities. Needing help is one thing. Milking the system is another. But in too many circles, gaming the government has become a way of life. We've reached a point where fraud isn't the exception, it's the playbook.
What the hustle looks like. You know the type. The woman with 5 kids. 4 baby daddies. 0 work history. But she knows every loophole in the system. The man claiming no job, dodging child support, working under the table for cash. The couple that breaks up, on paper to qualify for more aid. People flipping EBT cards, filing bogus tax claims, and coaching others on how to do the same. They're not just taking, they're teaching. Passing down the hustle like a skill set. There's no shame, only swagger. It's not survival. It's scheming dressed up as smarts. If you've got the brains to game the system, you've got the brains to build something real. You just don't want to. Why grind when getting over is easier and more celebrated?
Who pays the price? Not the hustlers. It's the honest ones, the ones who work and struggle, who carry the weight. The cashier working double shifts gets denied aid because she earns too much. The janitor supporting 2 kids gets told he doesn't qualify. Meanwhile, the scammer next door hasn't worked in 5 years, but lives better. Who are these working poor? These are the people who get up early, work long hours, pay taxes, and try to do things the right way. Yet what do they see? Neighbors who haven't worked in years driving better cars. Friends collecting disability while playing pickup basketball every weekend. They grind every day and still live check to check, while others brag about doing nothing and living better. That injustice breeds resentment. That resentment breeds division. And that division eats communities from the inside out. Where's the fairness in that? What kind of twisted message are we sending when people who work get punished and those who lie get paid? It creates a warped morality where doing the right thing feels like the wrong move, where grinding is for suckers and scheming is for winners. Hard work becomes a liability, and integrity feels like a losing game in a system that rewards deceit over discipline. This creates a backwards moral code. Lie and win, work and lose. Why strive when laziness pays better? Over time, hard work becomes a joke and scamming becomes the goal. That poison spreads through entire neighborhoods, not just financially, but spiritually. Kids see it all. They don't see ambition or sacrifice. They see adults hustling forms, not jobs. They grow up believing food comes from benefits, not effort. What they inherit isn't just a condition, it's a mindset. And that's the real poverty, mental and generational. But the deepest wound is internal. When a person stops working, they stop growing. No job means no challenge, no purpose, just sitting and waiting on the next check. That isn't living, it's rotting. It's not survival, it's surrender. Then there's the community itself. Walk through a neighborhood filled with Section 8 housing where no one owns anything, and you'll feel the difference. Trash litters the streets. Grass goes uncut. Arguments echo through broken windows. There's no pride, no order, no investment because ownership is absent. When rent is covered by vouchers and effort is replaced by entitlement, everything slowly decays. Not just the buildings, but the spirit of the neighborhood.
Why the hustle persists. The perks are real. Free housing, free food, free healthcare, cash benefits, utility support, childcare, and fat tax refunds. For some, it's a better deal than minimum wage, and they know it. Some folks wear their scams like a gold chain. They talk about Section 8 like it's a stock portfolio. They treat government programs like side hustles. They're proud of how they stack food stamps, get housing vouchers, abuse disability programs, and avoid every responsibility under the sun. Add to it the fact that the system is easy to cheat. Caseworkers are swamped, and many are incompetent. Agencies are scared to enforce rules for fear of backlash. So fraud gets overlooked, consequences vanish, and the hustle thrives. Politicians won't touch it. It's too risky to say what needs to be said. So the scam keeps rolling. And culture? It cheers this behavior on. Do you? Get that money. Don't hate the player. It's all nonsense dressed up as freedom. In reality, it's generational sabotage. We're not teaching resilience, we're teaching people how to stay stuck, then celebrate it.
What has to change? This problem won't fix itself, and the government won't fix it either. We have to fix it. That starts with calling things what they are. Stop glorifying the hustle. Scamming isn't empowerment, it's exploitation. It drains resources from the people who truly need help and turns survival into a game. If someone brags about cheating the system, it shouldn't be met with applause. It should be met with concern. Next, we need to raise community standards. If you're able-bodied and mentally sound, work should be the goal. That doesn't mean everyone needs a desk job, but it does mean moving toward independence. Welfare programs should track progress, not just hand out aid. Milestones like completing training, getting a job, or starting a business should be celebrated, not ignored. We also have to call it out in the culture. Rappers, influencers, and online personalities need to stop making fraud look like freedom. There's nothing cool about scamming. Our culture is feeding the fire that's burning our future, and it needs to stop. Finally, model what growth looks like. We need to highlight real people who used welfare the right way, as a stepping stone, not a destination. Show the ones who got off the system and built something better. If we want people to aim higher, we have to give them something worth aiming at. Stop just showing the problem, show the path. That's how we turn survival into success.
Simple real-world solutions. Number 1. Reframe work as pride, not punishment. Share stories of people who've moved from assistance to entrepreneurship, trade work, or steady jobs. Show that work builds identity and long-term dignity. Number 2. Teach how to use welfare as a tool, not a crutch. H. Hold community workshops on transitioning off benefits, finding job training, and using housing assistance as a stepping stone, not a destination. Number 3. Celebrate financial independence. C. Make self-sufficiency as visible and celebrated as graduations or baby showers. Recognize milestones like getting off food stamps, landing a job, or buying a home. Number 4. R. Mentor youth on money and work et. Hick. Start early. Go into schools, barbershops, and community centers to teach budgeting, saving, and long-term thinking. Show teens what real success looks like and how to get it without shortcuts. Dependency should never be the goal. Let's raise up a generation that doesn't just know how to survive the system, but how to rise above it.